I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dog's YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. I want to give you enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, as deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show for today. All right, Chris Ruffolo will serve as co-host. We got James Clark, Brian Bitler with his Friday appearance. In the center square, it's Joe Duffy. Jovan Burts has been lighting up the leaderboards throughout the month. Ninos and Zawacky. It's Steak Friday. It's Zawacky. Here's how they're going to line up for today. All right, we got Duffy, Ninos, Clark, Burts, Bitler, Ruffolo, Zawacky, and then I will close this one up. All right, Chris, well, we got his final in right now. The Houston Astros with their late magic. They fall behind, but they get it done again with a 9-4 win.
Well, they must have been listening to me when I gave out my series preview a couple days ago, but that's okay. Still plenty of time in that series, but the Houston Astros just looking as good as they do almost every postseason, it looks like.
Yep, they did, and I had them on premium for both days, so I'm pretty happy with those results. And we get, I guess, as we said, they dominate the division, so they probably say, okay, let's take our best scouts, go and scout the White Sox, and sure enough, they come through. All right, let's go ahead and let's get the show started, and let's welcome to the show Joe Duffy. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He does great work. Some may call this an under-the-radar game, Joe, but in our profession, there is no game under your radar.
No, that's true. Like I said, I go where the computer tells me, and sometimes the prettiest games aren't necessarily the prettiest games to bet. I'm going to go with, on a Friday night, arguably the game, no games are really under the radar, at least temporarily. But I'm going to go with the road favorite Charlotte minus a 3.5 against Florida International. Fading home underdogs off of high-scoring games, a very good play at 287 and 168. Kind of the interesting thing is it applies 4 times this week, but it only applies once tomorrow. It did apply yesterday to both Houston and Coastal Carolina, and it applies tonight. So we had 2 games last night, 3 games tonight, it applied 3 times in 5 games or 6 games or however many times it is, and then tomorrow it only applies 1 more time. But anyway, look, Florida FIU is off of a game which 79 points are scored. I did run it through. It doesn't really matter if a team is off a win or a loss or a blowout win or a blow-off loss, just if they're a home dog off a very high-scoring game. Now, Tony T, you kind of alluded to this. You asked me a question about 2 weeks ago. I know a lot of people might want to jump on Florida International because they're coming off of a 3-game road trip. So you figure they're going to be very undervalued. 3 straight road games coming home. I already know a couple people are betting them because of that. Nope, looked it up. It's actually a slight go against, not anything that's significant, not anything to store in my database, but I think it was something like 388 and 331 when you have a team returning home off of a 3-game road trip, and in fact, slightly worse when they were a home underdog. So even though, maybe my gut reaction would be some good value here because of that scheduling anomaly, no, it actually is not. So I'm going to lay the number, hope that this system goes to 3-0 this week. Charlotte minus the number, W marks the center square.
All right, Joe Duffy here on Charlotte minus 3.5 here. They do have the experienced quarterback, Chris Reynolds. And, when you look at this FIU team, Chris, their defense is atrocious. They're giving 555 yards a game. Well, they said, the non-conference, maybe they played some powerhouses. No, they played Texas State. Texas Tech is a good team. Central Michigan. And, of course, a conference game against FAU where they gave up over 700 yards.
700 yards and was it 56 or 58 points to an FAU team that's been known for being defense first for the last couple of years under Willie Fritz. Yeah, no, I'm with Charlotte here as well. I like Chris Reynolds, my favorite quarterback in Conference USA. And, Charlotte, this is still a team with a win over a Power 5 team in Duke. They have those other performances. They beat Middle Tennessee, and they're playing just the better football right now. I got to go with Charlotte on the road as well.
All right, coming here on Charlotte, 3.5 here against FIU, and this game is tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Joe, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium Time. Well, we got a couple games in Major League Baseball in the primetime hours, as well as some college football for tonight. Of course, the big football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I do have a college football total for tonight, and I already have up tomorrow's early portfolio, slightly heavy on the noon Eastern start, so though I'm about to upload a bunch of plays for a little bit later on in the day, but right now, very strong, probably my strongest noon Eastern portfolio of the entire season. Got some wise guys up. right now. Also, I know it's going to be another great NFL weekend. It's been a rock-solid NFL season for us, so make sure you lock in long-term. You can get the weekly football pick pack, or lock in for at least a month for all my picks. We got college basketball and NBA just around the corner, so we got all kinds of good stuff coming up.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Joe Duffy over at Pick Dog Trim. He's got his college football Friday night winner for tonight. He also has his Wise Guys among 4 college football noon Eastern games. Get on board with Joe Duffy right now at Pick Dogs Prim. Of course, if you want to make the wise selection, it would be the 3-day pick pack. Get every play from Joe for the next 3 days. It would cover your college football, cover as far as well as NFL for this weekend and Monday night. And of course, the Major League Baseball playoffs, if they're sneaking in these divisional games on the weekend here. So get on board with Joe Duffy over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Joe, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk with you next week.
We shall, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right, Joe Duffy here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on here with Chris. We're going to go ahead and welcome in El Ninos today. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Pim. El, we're going to have a discussion here about the NBA. The NBA about a week from Tuesday away from the start of the season. We cover a lot of NBA on this show just because we run the show Monday through Friday at 6 Eastern time. So we lead into the start of the NBA card. So let's go ahead and bring in El right now. El, what's going on?
Yeah, well, not many games to choose from tonight. A few more earlier ones, but yeah. So I decided to look at season win total here because we got our other cappers covering tonight's game. So yeah, looking at the Boston Celtics this year.
All right, let us know what you got on the Celtics.
Yeah, well, they lost Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, and Tristan Thompson. But they did add Dennis Schroeder, Josh Richardson, Al Horford, and Enes Kanter. So obviously the biggest loss there is Kemba Walker, which will be very hard to replace. But they already have a lot of, at least some very talented players there, and added some very solid role players. So it should be a pretty good team heading into this season. They're a pretty deep team too. There's some very good subs at all positions. The one worrying thing, we're looking at them to go over 46.5 here. So you look at their season, their record last year, and could be a little worried. They went 36-36 last year. But a couple key problems they had, which they should be able to work on and fix. They really weren't able to close out the close games they were in last year. So losing a lot of those did really hurt their record. And if they can just get a couple of wins there, should really change this number around. And they also need to focus on their defense a bit, which was really solid a couple of seasons ago, but not as good last year. So as long as they fix those couple problems, I think this is still a very good team that can end up with a pretty good record here. So taking them to get over the 46.5 wins. All right,
El Nino says Celtics over 46.5 wins. All right, Chris, as we know, Brad Stevens not behind the bench now in the upper management. Should be interesting to see how the Celtics respond. My only concern here with the Celtics is what will happen to the defense.
And I think it's just a matter of staying healthy, because you can have as much continuity as you want, but if you have guys like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown always injured and not on the court, well, it makes it hard to really have any sort of cohesion on the defensive end. And well, those are two of your best players that you're also missing. So I think health is going to be key for the Celtics this year. And if they can stay healthy, they may be able to make a run at possibly a division crown with all the tumultuous activity that's going on in that Atlantic division.
That's a lot about the health here. Boston Celtics over 46.5 wins from El Ninos' play on the show tonight. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Pim. Of course, we got 2 games in prime time for Major League Baseball, 3 from college football, late night Pac-12 after dark as well on the card. Big football weekend. You're sitting really good here. 210 units of profit college football for this season documents. So if you go over to Pick Dogs Pim and check out El Ninos' profile page, you'll see every play up there. It's great immediately. What do you have going on over at the site?
Got my best bet in the MLB and college football. So each of them sold separately. I grab a long-term pass to get them both at a better deal. And as you said, lots of games on tomorrow, Sunday, and then we got the NHL season and NBA starting. So great time to hop on a long-term pass right now.
Yeah, good time to get on board with long-term pass over at Pick Dogs Pim. You see the numbers here from El Ninos. 210 units of profit in college football. He's showing profit here the past 7 days. He's got it. Well, he's got his plays up right now over at Pick Dogs Pim. He's got a college football and MLB play. He calls it his alphabet now at the site. So get on board with those. You could always take those winnings and go long-term with that 3-7-30 hour sports pass. Try them out for the weekend with that 3-day pass. All this college football, NFL, for this weekend and Monday night, as well as those divisional series. We got still four matchups this weekend from the playoffs. So get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dog Stream. By the way, if you get one of those long-term passes, we have a 2-for-1 capper promotion. When you add a second capper, you get even greater savings there. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week. Are you on? Will we be on part of the weekend shows this morning, and tomorrow morning, I should say, or Sunday?
Tomorrow, I believe, is my day off, but I'll be on Sunday.
All right, Sunday. Of course, the Sunday shows 10 a.m. Eastern time. All right, Al, have a great night. We'll talk next week.
All right, have a good one, guys.
All right, El Ninos here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with the morning show. On the weekends, the morning show is at 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's Mitch, Rod, Zawacky, Brian Bitler, Joe Madden. And, of course, you'll find that a lot of the cappers from the drive-thru will make on-air appearances giving out picks for the weekend games. So tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, we've got that YouTube members, VIP, a fantastic value. Follow the link below and get signed up. Of course, we're here Monday through Friday with the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and we always ask for your help to help us build up our audience with those likes, those thumbs up, Chris. It really helps us out.
Absolutely, Tony. It does. It helps us make everything bigger and better for you guys, the Pick Dogs family, the ones that we do this for. And at the end of the day, without your guys' support, there is no Pick Dogs. So keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in to show you guys how much we really appreciate it. We got another goal here. I noticed something, Tony, from the intro. No Goran today. No soccer today. So, in honor of Goran, 175 likes. I'll get you guys a 2-leg parlay for Sunday's World Cup qualifying action out of South America.
All right, there you go. We got that from Chris Ruffolo with those likes. 175. Let's get those likes, those thumbs up coming in. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now it's time to welcome James Props to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Stream. He's been good to us with his home run props. James, how's it going?
Pretty good, guys. How y'all today?
All right, great. You got that home run prop tonight from the late night game.
Yeah, guys, looking at this Dodgers game, it's going to be good pitching in this Dodgers and Giants game. But, I try to look at an edge. If you look at the last 5 games for Corey Seager, that's what I'm looking at to hit a home run. If you look at his last 5 games, he's hit 2 home runs in his last 5 games. He's hit 4 home runs in his last 10 games. But against the Giants in his last 4 games, he's hit 2 home runs against the Giants in his last 4 games. And Seager's one of their players that usually steps up here in the playoffs. It comes through for him when a clutch hit. And I look for him to get us a clutch home, clutch home run tonight and cash his ticket. Shop around, guys. I've seen this ticket. I've seen this plus 550 to plus 600 to 450. I mean, shop around and get the best value because I really like this play tonight. And I look for Corey Seager to hit us a home run tonight.
All right, James here on Corey Seager to hit a home run here. Of course, Chris, Logan Webb's a tough guy to hit a home run off lately.
And not only that, but especially tough at home. He's got a 1.96 ERA and 6-0 record so far during the regular season over 12 starts. Corey Seager, there's a lot of value there, but you're right, Tony. I think it is going to be tough off of Webb tonight at home. Tough
on the Webb. Of course, you also so you see the value great here because you got these like we talked about last night. But if you hit one of them, you're gonna strike it. You're gonna strike it good because we're seeing these angles where some of these really good pitching staffs these bullpens get the day off. You're seeing this really good value on these home run props, James. But again, you hit one of them, you're gonna make money.
Yeah, plus 600. Like I said, if you hit one of them, you're gonna hit really good money. Also it helps he's batting second. He's going to get more chances at it. And we know Webb's going to go deep into the game. And, like you said, the bullpens for the Giants is going to be ready. They're going to throw in somebody tough. But, like I said, the Seager, he's a playoff, he's a clutch hitting playoff in the Dodgers. He gets clutch hits every playoff. You always see him getting a home run here when they need it, or a double base hit or something. And tonight I look for him to get us a home run.
All right, Corey Seager here, good value here, plus 600 odds. The Dodgers are the road team, so they get their 9 at-bats here. And if it does go extra innings, no more of that man on second, because this could be a tight game. Sometimes they get close, they go extra. You don't have to. You're going to get a full baseball here if it goes extras. So you won't get that quick.
For people for the over, it killed a lot of people's. If they had the under, or if they had the over. If you had the over, it helped you with the second man on second base. If you had the under, it killed you all season long. So none of that in the playoffs.
None of that in the playoffs. All right, James here on Corey Seager hit home run at plus 600. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. You know, it's a great football weekend, but we got 3 games on the board tonight from college football. We got 2 baseball games in prime time. It's a really good card, a really great day of 4 games in baseball tonight. 901 units of profit the past 30 days over from James Clark. If you visit his profile page, all the plays are documented for you to check out. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Guys, I got a Friday 3-pack money stack. I got 2 of the college football games and 1 MLB game. You know, all 3 plays that I really like, guys. If you got my NFL or my college pack last night, went 3-1 in it. But you know, I lost my 2 baseball games. Done good in football. That's what I've been doing good here recently. Since football and since NFL and college football started, football's where I've been making my money, guys. So we got I got 2 games a day that I really like in college football. Like I said, 1 MLB. Big games tomorrow and big games Sunday. So you know, look for the long-term passes, guys, and the NBA. I'll have it up pretty soon. Look for it, or you know, team me up with any of the cappers on the show. I say it every time on the show. We got the best cappers in the world, and we do. So, you know, team me up with any of the guys on the show, or it's not on the show, it's on the site, and we'll put some money in your pockets, guys.
That's right, James Clark will put money in your pocket. See the numbers here. 901 units of profit the past 30 days. If you go to Pick Dogs Premium, you'll find out that James has his Friday 3-pack money stack. 2 college football, 1 MLB for a great deal. Only $36 when you sign up and get on board with that. Or if you'd rather, probably best thing to do is get that 3-day pass from James Clark. On a Friday, that's a really good value. All of James's plays for 3 days include tonight, Saturday, of course, that's all your college football, your baseball. Sunday, we've got the NFL and some baseball as well. Of course, the cappers like to throw in their Monday Night Football in there on Sunday, James, to give them even greater value when they buy that 3-pack from you, right?
Yeah, always, guys. You buy the 3-pack, you know, getting the Sunday late, I always try to put in the Monday night game, so you'll get, you know, pretty much all football all weekend, and then you get the Monday night game as well. So you get actually one more day of football for a 3-day pass.
That's right. So 3-day pass is the way to go, guys, over at Pick Dogs for Friday with James Clark. And of course, you can add a second capper for the 2-for-1 capper promotion. But more importantly, after that 3 days is up and you get those winnings, go long term with James, because you'll find an NFL and college football season pass. That'll be your upgrade on Monday when you get those winnings. All right, James, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that success. And I want you to plug your appearance. You're going to be on the show, Grinch's show this weekend. Yeah,
I'll be on Sunday on the NFL show. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning, guys. Check out that. You have me and host the other cappers for the morning show and drive-through show. Well, I'll be on there giving out great picks. So tune in Sunday, guys.
All right, tune in Sunday for James Clark's appearance on the morning show with Mitch, NFL picks. All right, James, have a great night. We'll talk with you next week.
All right, Tony, appreciate you having on the show, and good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone. James Clark here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on here with the coverage. Of course, you're adding up the likes.
And I am. Still got lots of time. We've got 34 likes. We need 175 for that 2-leg parlay. But like I said, Tony, we still got plenty of time. We've got quality cappers. Lots of time to get those likes in. But, guys, it doesn't cost you anything. Hit that thumbs up while you're here watching.
Now hit that thumbs up, those likes. We greatly appreciate it. We'll get to play World Cup qualifying picks here from Chris Ruffolo. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. A man who's been red hot. It's Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Premium. Jovan, you're still top of the leaderboards for the past 30 days. Those numbers just doing fantastic work up there.
Yeah, just trying to keep it going. You know, how long will the heater last? Who knows? But just trying to put in steady work, you know?
It's the work, right? It's the work. Like guys, I told Joe Duffy, no game's under our radar, right? Because we're looking at every game up there on the board. It's a labor of love, but of course it's a turn. That's right, no doubt about it. All right, tonight we got a game here on ESPN with Cincinnati Bearcats coming off that win against Notre Dame. They're going to be hosting Temple here. Cincinnati now laying 30, total of 53.
Yeah, man, this one, I'm laying it. You know, I understand Temple, 5-0 in the last 5 against the spread, 5-0 the last 5 in Cincinnati. The road teams 8-2 in the last 10 ATS. Yeah, I don't care about all that. those are different Temple teams. They had Matt Rule and another coach after him, at the helm. This Temple team is just an awful team. Even though they won their last 2 games, they beat Memphis last week. Yeah, I don't care about that. Cincinnati, this is a whole nother animal. They're not just gonna, be on the road, beat Indiana, then handle Notre Dame, and then come home and they might have a little letdown, in the beginning. It might start off slow, but this is just too good of a team to not call this shot. It's really all on them. They could win this by 30, 40, 50 points. You see a Temple team that's already got handled by a couple different teams, by well over that. So, in this one, I think Cincinnati handles business throughout the ball game, and take this home in a considerable blowout fashion.
All right, we got Jovan here is going to go ahead and take Cincinnati laying the 30 here against Temple. Chris, and look at the Temple's results. When they faced physical style teams, they got pounded at Rutgers 61-14. They get blown out at home to Boston College 28-3.
Yeah, it hasn't been good against teams that I've been using this term lately, teams with a pulse. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's just they haven't fared very well. But this is the third time we're talking about it. I'll ask Jovan for his opinion on this. Do you think there's such thing as style points against a team like Temple, who historically has struggled? We're talking about Cincinnati potentially crashing the playoffs for this year. If they beat up on Temple, does that say anything, or is it just more about the bigger games like UCF?
They got through these last 2 games, in convincing fashion, by the way. And I think at this point, what are they at, 6th or 5th in the coaches poll in the AP? Yeah, style points matter in this case. So it's on them to run it up. Maybe years past they wouldn't have ran it up so much, and a result would have been like 35-7. 35-14, 42-14, or whatever. But the chips are down now. We need they will be the group of 6 that could make it into the playoffs. And I think they're gonna do it. So style points matter.
Yeah, and they got the respect from the performance against Georgia in the bowl game last year. And one thing when you look
Absolutely.
at, I don't think UCF is as tough of an opponent without Gabriel in the lineup, and their defense isn't good. I think the game you got to be careful is the game in November 20th at home against SMU. I think SMU can be a difficult challenge that late in the season. But again, that physical style here from Cincinnati. Of course, Navy's showing a little bit of pulse since they fired their offensive coordinator. They've been showing improvement. I don't know if it won't be enough here against Cincinnati, but those are a couple of challenges there for Cincinnati down the stretch. Jovan here on Cincinnati laying the 30 against Temple. This one will have a start time of 7 p.m. Eastern time over on ESPN. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. You're doing fantastic. I think we have an update now. You may have some morning games coming in. 3,725 units of profit here for the past 3 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Now, right now at the site, you can get on board with Jovan Burts. Of course, we've got those 2 games from the Major League Baseball playoffs, 3 from college football. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, 1 game went off the board, but I have 2 more. I got them as singular plays. It's Friday, so it's time to take off on them books. With my Take Flight Friday Uprising and my Take Flight Friday Total Recall, where I have my best total on the board. You could catch me on my 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. My football passes, my season passes, the combination, that's still for the low. Match me with one of the other great cappers on the website, for the 2 foreign cappers. We're just doing what we do around here, and just trying to keep it going. It's all here, Sports Chat, Play some Pick Dogs.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. The updated numbers now, 3,725 units of profit the past 30 days. You can get on board here. It's all documented, by the way. If you go over to Pick Dogs Premium, you can check out all of Jovan's plays. They're all documented. They're all graded immediately. He's got his Take Flight Friday MLB Uprising. He also has a play from Major League Baseball. So get on board with those 2 plays. And, of course, you can take those winnings, go up an upgrade, and go longer term, I should say, with Jovan. He has that 3-day fire pack pass, and you'll get every play from Jovan for the next 3 days. That would be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You get all your football for the weekend, college football, the NFL. Of course, the Major League Baseball playoffs are mixed in there as well. So get on board with the 3-day pass Of course, you can upgrade from there and go longer term with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs Premium. That 3-day pass, if you had a second capper to it with a 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having you show. You'll be on the recap here at the end of the show, but I'm sure you'll be on the morning show this weekend.
Yeah, that's the plan, Saturday and Sunday. You know?
Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So tune in to get some Jovan's plays here for this weekend's action. All right, Jovan, stand by. We'll have you on a little later with the recap.
Absolutely.
All right, Jovan Burts here on the drive. Let's continue on our coverage here, joined by Chris. Chris, where are we at on our likes goal?
Well, we're about a third of the way there. We still got a little bit of work to do, but we're now getting into the point where we've got enough people watching right now that if everybody hits the like just once, well, you guys are going to get that 2-leg parlay for South America's World Cup qualifiers on Sunday. Got 57 likes right now. I'll tell you guys, it's free money. You don't want to miss out on this, so definitely get those likes up.
Let's get those likes up. All right, let's continue on our show. We're going to go ahead and welcome Brian Bitler to the show. He bookends the show on Monday and Fridays. Brian, what's happening?
I tell you what, it's tough to follow the number one handicapper, Jovan Burts. He's been doing awesome here. It's like following Joe D'Amico. It's a tough act to follow.
Yeah, you've been doing good coaching up the cappers. We got Brian here with us with the game at 7 Eastern time. We got a game tonight that you'll be going on covering here. Rays to host the Red Sox. Tampa laying $1.44, total 7.5.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I got hurt a little bit with the Boston Red Sox yesterday, but in my opinion, it's a tremendous bargain getting Chris Sale at plus money tonight. Sale, in his injury-shortened season, has been very solid. 5-1, 2.90 ERA, a whip of 1.24. This is a must-win game, I think, for the Boston Red Sox. While Game 1 did not go their way, I have a feeling that game had a lot to do with their game against the Yankees. A little bit of a letdown spot in Game 1. Shane Baz, 22-year-old stud. I think he will be good. But for me, my money's behind veteran Sale tonight. Rays are 3-7 last 10 playoff games. Red Sox 5-1 last 6 games versus a righty. Take the Boston Red Sox plus money tonight.
All right, Brian Bitler here will be on the Red Sox here, getting the plus 129 against the Rays. All right, Chris, where do they find these pitchers? Baz now all of a sudden is going to start a playoff game. We saw the bullpen yesterday. Of course, they were a really rested bunch, and I was warning James a little about that yesterday. And we saw they put up a goose egg in this one. So, all right, Chris, Rays here the favorite, but you're getting dog money here with Chris Sale. We'll see what Sale shows up, because his last start he wasn't too effective against the Rays.
No, he wasn't. But again, I'm with Brian here. I'm not passing up plus money at all, but even plus 130 or 129. Laying money with Shane Baz on the mound for Tampa Bay. He's not a Game 2 start in the ALDS, in my opinion. And we're getting an ace-type pitcher at plus money for Boston. And this is a coin flip game. This is not where the line should be. I'll take Boston all day in this one.
All right, agreement here. Boston plus 129 against Tampa Bay Rays. This one will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and this one will air on Fox Sports 1. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Well, we got 3 games from college football. We also have 2 Major League Baseball games in prime time. It's a big football weekend. What do you have going on over at the site?
I'll tell you what, I need to bounce back from a rough Thursday. I'll tell you what, yesterday I left the mark, but I got my Pac-12 game of the month tonight. My biggest bet I've made in the Pac-12 in October. Really love it. $30 at pickdogs.com, preview picks. But also this weekend's going to be tons of games. I got 5 games lined up for Saturday. If you get that 3-day pass, you're going to get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and maybe even Monday Night Football's play also. But make sure you check that out at Pick Dogs, or team me up, 2-for-1 capper deal with any of the guys on the site, especially the number 1 handicapper, Jovan Burts. Can't go wrong. Team, use that 2-for-1 deal. Definitely one of the best bargains in handicapping.
It absolutely is. Get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got his Pac-12 game night going on. He also has a funky dog from college football Friday night going up. So get on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. And of course, he's got his college football. He's got his Saturday blank check. Write a blank check on this one. He likes to play this really strongly. So get on board. But better yet, why not just get the long-term pass? That 3-day all sports pass. Get all the action right now for the weekend from Brian Bitler. Every play from NFL this weekend, college football, and of course those Major League Baseball playoffs right now. It's been a really exciting time right now, and get that bankroll built up for as we get into to the NBA season about a week and Tuesday away. All right, Brian, as always, great having you show. But when you let everybody know about that great value, you're part of that YouTube members VIP. If they follow the link below, they can get signed up.
Yeah, besides the value of the funky dog, make sure you check out that YouTube Premium and VIP. It's the best deal in handicapping. I say it all the time, and I mean it every day. On the VIP, I give out at least one of my premium plays, sometimes even more on the weekends. You're going to get late-breaking information, steam moves, all kinds of prop bets. So definitely worth it. And even if you want to start out with that YouTube Premium for $50 a month, it's definitely super value here. Check out the link below. And also tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a fun college football and NFL weekend.
It sure will be. Tuning in 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow for that morning show with the football, college football, and more. All right, Brian, you'll be on there as well. Have yourself a great night.
Warming up the bus.
Warming up the bus. All right.
Warming up the bus.
Warming up the bus, yeah. But he's got that Pac-12 late night game. We'll see what the eyes look like. All right. Yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you on Monday.
Catch you later.
All right, Brian Bitler here on the drive to right, joined with Chris Ruffolo. Chris, where are we at on those likes?
We're up over halfway there, Tony. We were at 80 at the last check that I had. Still got a bit of a ways to go, but still, like I said, lots of time, lots of quality captain. At last check, 82. So we got we're just under halfway there.
All right, halfway there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. It's time for Chris. Your play up in center here. We got the game information up here. Virginia Tech at home at a pick'em against Notre Dame at 7:30 Eastern time. Total sits here at 47.
Yeah, and, well, I'm going to lay it out straight for you guys right off the hop. I'm on Virginia Tech here. Now, Notre Dame coming into this one off of that loss to Cincinnati, there's no shame in losing to the Bearcats, as we can clearly see. They're playing some very good football right now. But you go back to even the start of the season, Notre Dame didn't look convincing in that 3-point win against Florida State, narrowly got by Toledo, and they beat up on Purdue. They got another win somewhere down the line. But then last week, we saw some quarterback controversy. We got Drew Pine, Jack Cohn. These two guys, I think Brian Kelly's got a bit of a conundrum on his hands, and these are two guys that just aren't playing well to begin with. Now, you look at Virginia Tech, Blacksburg and Lane Stadium is a hard place to go on the road and play, and it's an underrated home environment. Last time we saw a marquee matchup at Lane Stadium was earlier this season. Well, Enter Sandman was playing in Sam Howell and the North Carolina Tar Heels. They left with a bit of a goose egg on their head, and they walked out with a loss there. Virginia Tech's legit, and I think that this game means a whole lot more to Justin Fuente than it does to Brian Kelly. We know Notre Dame's going to be, right among some of the best near the end of the season, but this is a statement game for Virginia Tech. This is a game that I think Virginia Tech wants really, really bad. So I'm going to take the pick'em spot. I think that's telling us where we need to be here. I'm taking Virginia Tech at home in this one.
All right, Chris is looking here at Virginia Tech here. I think it's a difficult game here, a tough spot here for the Fighting Irish, no doubt, but every spot's tough. You get their best performance from Notre Dame gets everyone's best performance. That's the team there. Coming off that loss here against Cincinnati, you're right. That quarterback situation's got to be fixed here. One thing I noted here, that Virginia Tech win against North Carolina, that was impressive because Sam Howell, of course, that Mac Brown and North Carolina are supposed to be this really high-flying offense. They were held to only 10 points in that game.
10 points, and for a Heisman hopeful, for a team that I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I couldn't remember if it was the COVID year last year or even the year before, this was a 10-win team. This was a New Year's Six team. North Carolina, they're really thriving under Mac Brown and Sam Howell. Like you said, Virginia Tech just shut them down in that game, and like I said, Blacksburg's just one of the harder places in the country to go on the road and steal a win. The thing about Notre Dame is that they're going to get all this attraction because, as an independent, let's be real, they can choose their own schedule. They can schedule all the high-profile games that they want. Virginia Tech doesn't necessarily have that luxury because they're going to play some of the bottom feeders of the ACC. So Notre Dame will have chances to redeem themselves left, right, and center down the stretch. But this is a scheduling spot. This is a circle spot for Virginia Tech, and I think it's one that they don't miss on. They take advantage of.
Yeah, they do. And, of course, some of the point totals here against some of the power conference schools, 17 points against North Carolina, 21 against West Virginia. A game they sleptwalked through until the third quarter, until they woke up and that goal. They had a shot to win that game, and it didn't go right for them at the end.
No, and it's just the narrative of this never say die attitude from Virginia Tech. That, well, we didn't have it. We didn't really see it early on under Justin Fuente, but now it looks like that the Hokies are really starting to buy in, and I think they can really buy in this high-profile spot. Like I said, I think it just means more to Fuente than it does Kelly, who's going to have more chances down the road.
Yeah, Haley's got a young team. He lost a lot of players to the NFL this year, but he's always under pressure there at Notre Dame. All right, Chris here on Virginia Tech here at a pick'em against Notre Dame. This one will have a start time Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. This is your game on ABC. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium. Well, we got those 2 baseball games in primetime, baseball playoff action going on, as well as 3 plays from college football going on as well. And, of course, big college football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, yesterday had a nice day, 3-0, swept the board. Carry that over to tonight. Got my Fastball Friday, my favorite play from the NLDS action tonight. Got that for $25 over at the website. Or, well, if you want to check out the college football, slowly climbing the college football ranks. We're about to crack the top 5. And I'm going to have my Saturday Super 7 up very, very shortly for you guys. That's going to be up there, I believe, for $39.95. We still have to put it up there. But or we always talk about it. This is the time to get those long-term packages, because even if you get a 3-day, you're getting a weekend full of football. You're going to get some MLB in there as well. Or if you stretch it out to a week, you're going to get some NHL and NBA opening night action as well. Even a month will get you into college basketball, and that's where I did a lot of my damage last year. So check out those long-term packages, whether it's me or someone else part of the 2-for-1 cap deal. Season passes are up there as well. Go check it out over at Pick Dogs Premium.
Yeah, check out Pick Dogs. Get on board with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here. 481 units of profit past 3 days. That's all document showing profit yesterday, the past 7 days, past 30 days. Of course, he's got his Friday best bet going on the board right now from Major League Baseball Playoff, only $25. You can get on board with that. Go long-term with Chris with that 3, 7, 30-hour sports pass. He also combines his NFL and college football season pass into one for a very affordable price. $650 will get you every play from Chris Ruffolo, college football and NFL, regular season, postseason, and bowl games. So get on board with Chris. All right, Chris, let's continue on here on the drive-through. How close are we to that light goal?
Oh, refresh it. I still tell you I hate this YouTube app. We're 204 people watching the show right now. We're just under 100 likes. So if everybody that's watching right now, if you haven't hit the like button already, hit the like button. We will get everybody there. We'll get everybody that 2-leg parlay for Sunday's World Cup qualifying action. But again, we're just under 100 likes right now.
All right, just under 100. So let's keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Well, it's Friday. It's Steak Friday. You know what that means. It's Rod Zawacky. Rod, what's going on the grill tonight?
Not too much. The usual. We're going to have a beef tenderloin there with a nice baked stuffed potato and some nice asparagus to go with that. And a nice Béarnaise sauce to go over top.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Sounds delicious. All right, here we go. Late night action, 9:30 Eastern time. This one on TBS. Giants to host the Dodgers in Game 1 NLDS. Dodgers road favorites, $1.15, total of 7.
Yep, you bet. This is the first time they officially meet in the playoffs, because these two teams did meet a couple times before. I think the Dodgers won both of these. They were tied in the regular season, I think way back before the 60s, before I was even a glint in anybody's eye. They were meeting, and the Giants won then. And then in 1960-something, they were tied again after the regular season, and Giants got the best of that again in a best-of-3 series. So we're going to go with the Giants. As history says, they beat the Dodgers before in the non-playoff type of thingy. But anyways, you look at the Giants. They're 5-0 their last 5 Friday games. They're also 5-1 their last 6 games as an underdog. Giants are also 12-3 their last 15 playoff home games. They're also 40-12 last 52 versus the NL West. And then you look at the Dodgers. They're 2-6 the last 8 meetings between these Giants. And for me, Logan Webb has been like home. He's 12-0 on the season at home. So I'm not going to go against Logan Webb here in this one. As you look, the last time that Buehler faced these same Giants was on September 5th. He lasted 3 innings he pitched. He gave up 7 hits, 6 runs, 1 home run. We're going to go with the Giants here to open the series and get a nice home dog price win for us here. Take the Giants over the Dodgers.
All right, Rod Zawacky and the Giants plus 105 against the Dodgers. Before we go to Chris, Rod, do you have any stats on how the Dodgers do after they get drunk after a previous game?
How they get drunk after a previous game?
Did you see that?
In this situation, they're going to be perfect.
Oh, well, okay. They're going to be perfect.
The last time they played was a few days ago, so they got drunk. They had enough time in between here to
to work off that alcohol and be ready for
they
this
gave
game
him one
here.
day. Yeah, they gave him one day of rest so they can rehydrate after that. Did you know?
Yeah, they're all rehydrated up and ready to go.
The guy, all right, they're all rehydrated, so that won't be an issue. Rod said it won't be an issue. All right, Chris, your thoughts here. You know, Buehler and Webb. We talked about how well Webb's pitched at home.
My thoughts are that I think Justin Turner is the most likely of all the Dodgers to show up in sunglasses today. But I think a pitcher's duel is brewing here. Yeah, we talked about Walker Buehler. Yes, he struggled in his last start against the Giants, but these are the moments that starting pitchers live for, especially a guy like Buehler. I think he's been the most consistent pitcher for the Dodgers over the last couple seasons. And Webb, well, like Rod said, he's been lights out at home. So I'm looking at it under 7. It's a low total, but I think it's low for a reason. I like the under here.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Of course, you're looking at the Giants bullpen that is fully rested, right? That extra day, you're playing the game now on Friday instead of Thursday. It's a lot of rest for that Giants bullpen, Rod. That's something you factored in, right?
Oh yeah, you bet. Because if you look in that wild card game, the Dodgers definitely threw out a lot of pitchers in that game as well. So I got a home run prop. I'm going to take Buster Posey to hit a home run here for the Giants as well. Nice little plus 600. Nice little bonus play on Friday for everybody watching.
Oh, very good, very good. All right, Rod here on Giants plus 105 against the Dodgers. This one has a start time 9:30 Eastern time on TBS. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium tonight. 2 Major League Baseball games in prime time. 3 from college football. Big football weekend. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
For me, I've got one game that went off, and it's still going on now, and this is still nothing in the 7th inning. So I had one game go off. I still have 2 left. My top play on the board, my 10-star executive info Gridiron Crusher, still available over at Pick Dodge Premium. It's my top bet on the board today. Don't want to miss out on it. Jump aboard, and the Brewers just hit a home run. I think it's 2-0.
All right, opposite field here. Nope. All right,
opposite field. Yep, Brewers just hit a home run, 2-0.
All right, get on board here with Zawacky over at Pick Dogs Premium. You check him out over at the site. Coming off a winning day yesterday, he's got his executive info play right now from college football. But more importantly, that 3-day pass will get you every play from Rod Zawacky this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Football, college football, NFL. He gets his Monday Night Football in on Sunday, so that he'll include that as well with that 3-pack. Of course, those baseball plays as well for the weekend. So get on board over at Pick Dodge Premium. Get on board here with Rod Zawacky. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and of course, we'll tune in tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time for the morning show.
You bet. Tune in. It'll be a great weekend with all the big giant list of cappers we got going. Can't miss out on the weekend shows now. Definitely jump aboard. And also follow that link below. Don't miss out on the YouTube VIP. Best deal going. You guys have yourself a wonderful weekend. I appreciate everybody, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue our coverage. All right, Chris, how far are we from our light goal?
We're about 50 away, Tony. Last check, we're just under 125. So still a little bit of time, but we're running out of it. So you guys got to hit that like button if you haven't already. Like we always say, it doesn't cost you a cent. It's right underneath the video feed.
Yeah, well, it looked like my namesake hit the home run, and was a former Blue Jay that hit it.
Yeah.
I had to put that one in, didn't I?
yeah, you did, but that's okay. I'll allow it because he's a Tellez, so I'll allow
that's
it.
Right.
That's okay.
All right, it'll be okay. All right, we'll continue here on the drive-thru. Now it's time for my play. We're going. Like I said, nothing's under our radar here on the drive-thru. San Diego State to face New Mexico, 9 Eastern time. San Diego State laying 19.5. Total sits here at 42.5. I'm going to take the dog here with New Mexico Lobos here at plus 19.5. And looking at this San Diego State team, I'm just not a big fan of laying points with them. In any regard. The program in the past has a tendency to play down the level of competition at times. They're very conservative under Rocky Long. Of course, now with the coaching change, still that type of style. We've seen them win a lot of close games, missing the cover. Of course, the Lobos defensively holding teams to 349 yards a game, only 3.8 yards per rush, 51% completion rate, 6.6 yards per pass attempt. So they're playing better defense. And, of course, San Diego State quarterback Jordan Brookshire expected back for this game, but he's only completing 48% of his passes for a passing game that averages 127 yards a game. Of course, the Aztecs run the football 80% of the time. I'm going to take the points here, Chris, with New Mexico, the Lobos here at plus 19.5.
Antonio, it hasn't been often that you and I go head to head on a game, but I think we have to this time. I don't know. I San Diego State's just been a money making machine for me this season, and they're one of those teams that until it stops cashing for me, I can't hop off. Granted, I didn't like how that New Mexico State game looked, where they went down 14-0 and only won by 14. But the rest of the time, maybe this is the case that you've made. Like you said, they play down to competition and get up for teams like Utah and USC, or I think it was USC that they beat earlier this season. I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Utah.
I know Utah they beat, but there's one other Pac-12 team that they took down, and it's slipping my mind right now. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I think that the number's pretty close to bang on. I think it's either a 17 or a 21 point win for San Diego State. And, of course, that 19.5 has to be right square in the middle. But I'm going to be on San Diego State.
He likes it. All right, we're going button heads here with Chris. Well, it's been a while we've done this, but New Mexico State plus 19.5 against San Diego State. This one is your game on, actually, I think it is on national television tomorrow, 9 Eastern time. Check out Pick Dogs. I got my Pac-12 After Dark. My best play here from college football tonight's on the board. Of course, I had a 3-pack. The first game went off the board with the winner here with the Houston Astros. From back-to-back premium with those Astros. They've been coming in. All right. Check me out over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion. We got my 3, 7, and 30 All Sports Pass. Of course, you can get on board with me and Chris, Rod Zawacky, Brian Bitler. Of course, Jovan Burts has been tearing it up over there at Pick Dogs Premium. So 2-for-1 cap promotion, your best value there at Pick Dogs. All right, let's continue on here on our coverage with Chris. Chris, where are we at on the light goal?
We are very close, Tony. We are at 156 right now. We got 19 left. I have a feeling that a stall tactic is coming, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll have to see. But we're at 156 right now, so 19 more.
19 more. Let's get those likes, those thumbs up. We'll get the World Cup qualifying picks here from Chris Ruffolo if we get to that number. All right, let's go ahead and let's do the recap with this. Jovan Burts was scheduled to join us. We'll see if he is or isn't, but we'll get it started now with Joe Duffy says Charlotte minus 3.5 against FIU. Of course, El Ninos said the Boston Celtics over 46.5 wins. We had James Clark, Corey Seager to hit a home run at plus 600. That's right. He's second in the lineup here. They're the road team, so all 9 at-bats here for the Dodgers. We had Jovan Burts, Cincinnati, minus 30 against Temple. That game's going to start in about half an hour. We had Brian Bitler. Brian Bitler was on the Red Sox plus 129 against the Rays. Chris liked that one as well. Chris, by the way, was on Virginia Tech at a pick'em against Notre Dame. At Rod Zawacky, Giants plus 105 against the Dodgers. Logan Webb's been solid at home. And, of course, yours truly was on New Mexico Lobos plus the 19.5 against the San Diego State Aztecs. As I speak, we're 9 likes away from getting those World Cup qualifying picks from Chris. So let's keep those likes, those thumbs up. We're going to give it. We'll ask Chris, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Tony, you're the master of the stall tactic. I want you when I'm up by a touchdown late in the game. But anyways, I'm gonna side with Brian here. I like the Red Sox. I just like the value with Chris Sale. To me, Shane Baz is not a favorite pitcher in Game 2 of the ALDS. So I like the value of the Red Sox here. I know it's tough to go against the Rays at home, but I think the Red Sox bats and a solid outing from Chris Sale carries them in this one. All
right, that's from Chris Ruffolo. I'm going to go with Joe Duffy's play with Charlotte minus 3.5 against FIU. Boy, this FIU team has just been so disappointing this year. The defense has been terrible against whoever they play. They haven't played a tough schedule other than Texas Tech. When you're giving up over 500 yards a game and your only Power 5 conference team is Texas Tech on your schedule, it's pretty ugly. And I'll take Charlotte. I'll back Chris Reynolds as a quarterback here in this spot. And that's the way I'll look at it here at minus the 3.5. All right, Chris, are we close to the goal?
I'm just looking at it right now. We're at 169.
169.
And right on, we got Jovan back. So
Jovan comes in at the nick of time here. Might help us get to that goal because we can actually stretch this segment out a little bit. All right, Jovan. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best? We need 6 more likes to get Chris's pick from the World Cup qualifiers. And we need. Oh, also, Joanne, you're on mute. We're buying some more time for you. Mute tech.
Being that I've already did the over in Boston Celtics, that takes that out the way.
I know. Copycat pick.
Right. We're going with the Red Sox. Simple as that. The Red
All right.
Sox tonight. Win game.
Yeah, we saw the lid. He got the Sox. He got the Red Sox tonight. All right, Red Sox plus 129. All right, and I said I went with Charlotte. All right, Chris, we got to the goal. Thank you, Jovan, for getting us to the goal. All right, Chris, time for your World Cup qualifying picks.
All right, it's going to be a two-leg parlay for Sunday's action. We're going to take the draw between Argentina and Uruguay at plus 250. You look at the last four head-to-head games, only 3 combined goals between the two. These two teams play each other tight, and there's a lot of talent on both sides. You got Messi, Martinez, guys alike for Argentina. You got Luis Suarez, Edinson Cavani, and co for Uruguay. I think that's 0-0 or 1-1 at best. So take the draw between Argentina and Uruguay. And, well, I'm going to take Brazil on the money line, plus 105 against Colombia. It feels like a funny line, but that's fine. You're giving me plus money with a Brazil team that's won all 9 of their qualifying games so far. I'm not passing that up. I'm taking Brazil on the money line plus 105. So that's going to be the two. It's paying you around plus 600, plus 610, depending on your price. But it's going to be Brazil on the money line and the draw between Argentina and Uruguay.
Brazil money and the draw. All right, Chris, thank you for that. All right, that'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll have Handicappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget that great value there with the YouTube members VIP. Follow the link below and get signed up. Of course, it all gets started. Be sure to tune in Saturday morning and Sunday morning for the morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. A lot of football picks from college football, NFL. A lot of the Drive-Thru cappers will be on that show as well, giving out those winners for you. So be sure to tune in. All right, let's bring in the crew from tonight's show. Wave up good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night. Caught Rod there by surprise. And we'll talk with you guys Monday at 6.